Sasaki and Peeps is an anime with a lot going on. And if you've watched this anime, you'd know how much is jam-packed into it. But if you haven't, don't worry, because today I'll be talking about all the things shoved into this anime with a Sasaki and Peeps review. So get ready to hear about this amazing anime. One of the main parts of Sasaki and Peeps is that it's an Isekai. Right after we meet Peeps, one of the cutest Java sparrows around, we immediately get transported to his world of origin, where there's a magic system. And luckily for Sasaki, Peeps is able to use magic, so he teaches it to Sasaki. This magic system is pretty basic so far, which is a common thing for this anime. Basic ideas, and we'll get more into that later. But if there's a magic system, there's gonna be magic fights, and there of course are those. On top of that, there are cute animals, mainly Peeps, the cutest Java sparrow there is, where he is a reincarnation of a star sage from another world, which is the reason why he can talk and use magic. Now he is super cute. He does little dances and loves eating meat, which you shouldn't feed your Java sparrow because they're probably not reincarnations of star sages. But again, besides those cute shots now and then, that's about as far as this anime takes those ideas. And it's a pretty good premise for an anime, so of course another anime is doing it this season with Fluffy Paradise, where there are many more fluffy animals in it, and it's a pure Isekai where the MC is stuck in that world. Fluffy Paradise takes its ideas further by really looking into the animals and showing the effects the humans have on the ecosystem and how it affects different species. But Sasaki and Peeps doesn't do that. It only covers those topics on a surface level, but it does do more than just these few ideas. To make up for the lack of cute animals, Sasaki and Peeps adds more to its Isekai world by throwing in worlds with rivaling countries, including politics between nobles of their own country, where the other countries are apparently siding with demons. We don't know yet because the anime hasn't made it that far, and for noble politics, there's seemingly an evil noble like there are in many isekai that's trying to get rid of good nobles our MC sides with. On top of that, Sasaki opens a restaurant so he could get good food and have a running business for passive income in said other world. And then there's even trading, where he takes products from Earth and sells them to the other world so he could get some gold to then trade again in his world for some cash. And again, there's already another anime that does this with saving 80,000 gold in another world for my retirement, where the MC does exactly everything I said before, helping with the wars where she brings an army from Earth, owning a restaurant to make some money and help people out, and even trading products from Earth to another world because she has the ability to travel between them. But again, Sasaki and Peeps doesn't take it as far as saving gold in another world does, where it only gives each section some room in an episode, whereas saving gold gives whole arcs to each of the above mentioned qualities. Yet Sasaki and Peeps combines it with the aforementioned qualities of cute animals and magic systems, which does give Sasaki and Peeps more. But what if I told you Sasaki and Peeps does even more? Just like saving gold in other worlds, Sasaki and Peeps can travel between worlds. And unlike saving gold, Sasaki and Peeps do a lot of things in their world as well. Mainly there are psychics. People in our world have abilities that allow them to have powers, like our main view into the psychic world, Hoshizaki, a psychic that can control water. In our world, the government hires psychics to take care of other psychics in battles, where they fight other psychics who are against the government. They also recruit psychics, where they find new psychics and either get them to join the government or get rid of them. Other than that, there is the possible evil girl who joins Sasaki because she's intrigued by his abilities. And again, other anime already have this with a certain scientific railgun, where in Railgun there's an entire city of psychics out there by the government. And there are battles between psychics where we get to see really cool fights. But of course, Railgun takes it even further, with a deeper look into the workings of the powers and a really cool and unique idea of how the powers are made and shown, where the only thing stopping someone's abilities is their own imagination. It's super sick, but unlike Sasaki and Peeps, it doesn't have isekai stuff. So Sasaki and Peeps incorporated everything I said before and all these ideas, which were able to make up an entire other anime on its own. But what if I said it has even more in it? Yeah. And the more it's got is magical girls. I cannot believe that it's got even more, but in episode 5 we got confirmation of magical girls. And not just any magical girls, but a killer magical girl who is out to kill psychics. Why? Because one killed her parents. Plus, seeing all the stuff that psychics do, I'd say it's pretty fair. Like, a minute sooner this kid and Sasaki killed people in a plane. So yeah, I'd say that's fair. And she even killed the mascot that gave her powers because she didn't want to be a magical girl. And at this point, I bet you know what I'm gonna say, so another anime that already does this well is Madoka Magica, where it's a subversion of the magical girl genre and some really crazy and screwed up things happen. But Madoka Magica takes it further, where the magical girls are in a constant loop of destroying corrupt magical girls to stop the eventual and patropic death of the universe. So yeah, But again, Sasaki and Peeps has everything else I've talked about before on top of Crazy Magical Girls, so that's something. On top of that, there's even a harem, though I do wish not to call it that because all the girls in it are high schoolers or younger, even including the obligatory 1,000-year-old Lolly. And despite Sasaki being middle-aged and pretty old, all these girls just really like him, though each do have their own reason. The schoolgirl likes him because he's the only adult that showed her kindness. The work girl likes him because he saved her and his abilities complement hers pretty well. The noble daughter likes him because he saved her father's life and took care of her when he was missing. So there are actual reasons that they like him, but again, they could be his kids, they're so young. And connecting this to a different anime, it would be like any other Isekai with a crazy harem. But I'll be using Tales of Wedding Rings as a placeholder because the whole point of it is building a harem. Though this one, the ages are pretty close, so I'm chill with that one. So yeah, on top of that, Sasaki has a kindergarten harem. Okay, that was a lot. And to be fair with myself, Sasaki and Peeps is a lot. It has so many ideas and plot lines in it that it has so much going on. And as I've shown before, all the ideas in it can and have been entire anime on their own, so being able to hold them all at once is crazy. I mean, it's like Sasaki and Peeps took a good chunk out of each of these anime and Frankenstein them together into an unholy combination of an anime. But gee whiz, Batman does it do it all so well. Though it doesn't take everything to a higher level, probably because it has to do everything at once, it does it pretty well. It balances everything out by making each episode go over one of the sections at a time, which is a smart thing to do. Instead of trying to cover everything in every episode and jumping all over the place in a chaotic mess, we get to see how everything plays out in a concise story per section. Though this does come with the downside of more time between each section. For example, if you like the psychics more than the Isekai, you have to wait 2 whole episodes before they even cover it again, which isn't the worst downside, and I say not being a chaotic mess is totally worth it. So yeah, despite being an amalgamation of so many different anime ideas shoved together into one story, it all connects so well. Everything flows well and is balanced enough that each section has enough time in the limelight. And with that, I'm out of time. Hope you enjoyed this video and review. I'm Ayanali, and bye-bye.